This is Omni Sports Breakfast. Sports with Kevin McCollum and MKT.
He is the chosen one. LeBron James has done it again. He's made history again in the NBA. LeBron James and Bronny James became not only the first father-son combo to play together in the league, but also the first father-son to be on any roster in the history of the league at the same time as players. Here's LeBron speaking about the magical moment.
No matter how my memory may fade as I get older or whatever, I will never forget that moment. Obviously, this is the first time in this beautiful history of the NBA that has ever happened, where a father-son has been on the same floor, let alone be on the same team, to be able to grace the floor together. So that was just, I talked about it years and years ago, and for this moment to come, it's pretty cool. I don't know that it's going to actually hit the both of us for a little minute, where we really get to sit back and go, oh, sheesh, that was pretty crazy. So, but in the moment, like you said, we still had a job to do when we checked in. We wasn't trying to make it a circus. We wasn't trying to make it about us. We wanted to make it about the team.
I think it's pretty crazy to have not only be one of the most successful sportsmen America's ever seen, to then play with your son. And it's quite an interesting story because LeBron was raised in a fatherless home, and we know the statistics of what that can be like, coming from poverty and having no father. I mean, he's had a rather unblemished record just across the board. It's quite some career.
Yeah, he's been clean. There's been very little controversy. He's obviously a Liverpool shareholder and a fan.
It's the only black mark on his life.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to affect his Nike deal, because I see Liverpool have just signed a £60 million a year deal with Adidas for kit from the 2026 season. So let's see if he has to change his kit again, or maybe he'll just have his own special LeBron kit. I don't know why he called his son LeBron. Why would you call him? I mean, why didn't he call him James?
No, well, his son is Bronny. His son is Bronny.
No, but the official name's LeBron.
So they call him Bronny because he's a junior. Listen, LeBron, the Americans love that. Like, you get LeVar, I don't know, Huntington the second. They love that. They love that continuous line of naming, Like, so, Kev, I'm named after my father, except I have a different middle name.
Yeah, well, so you're MK. I mean, what they should have call him James, and they could be James, as in JJ.
Actually, you've swung me. That would have been better if they named James. In fact, make it Triple J. James. Yeah. That really Triple J. That would have been amazing for the marketers. Young Bronny himself, like any rookie, was feeling the scale of the occasion. He spoke about the pleasure of getting to spend more time with his father as well.
I felt pretty good. It's a little anxious going into it. Like he said, that first game stepping onto the court, it's a little nerve wracking. But once I stepped on the court, got up and down a couple of times, it all went away. I felt pretty good. I'd say at the same time that he's gone away doing his job, that I'm, doing my own basketball. So. I've been able to get through that by, from the love of the game, just going out there and being able to play by myself. I've noticed it for sure. It's a lot of time that we haven't had together, but it's just all part of what we love to do, and there's nothing we can do about that. It's a great feeling to be together for what we love to do.
So there is some chatter around the NBA that of course, listen. The guy, Bronny, from what is being reported, is not good enough to be an NBA player. And LeBron kind of forced the move. He's got his own company who manage a lot of big players around the league. And the way the NBA works is the agents really run the league, because if teams don't comply to what players want, these super agents, there's 5 or 6 of them. And LeBron essentially owns along with Maverick Carter and a few of the guys, he owns Clutch Sport. In fact, the guy who's his agent is now engaged to Adele, by the way. So they sort of manufactured this situation to happen. But nepotism happens all the time, right? I mean, people act outraged. Like rich people help their kids all the time. Or what do people want? For the guy not to help his kids?
Yeah, I mean, the last time an actress helped a kid get into college, she ended up making number plates in jail. What was it? I forget her. Felicity Huffman, there we go, that's her name. As Ricky Gervais once said, that poor kid, and this is the worst thing to happen to her since her father starred in Wild Hogs. It's funny. So Bronny played 3 minutes in his NBA debut. Didn't score a point, tried 2 field goals and 1 from 3-point range. So his dad... so his lone stat, he only had 1 stat in the entire game from an offensive rebound. So his dad, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Easy.
Yeah. Listen, they're on the court. It's history made. Whatever happens from here, to raise a son who really has had it all in life and has been able to come through. The guy had a heart attack. Bronny James, by the way, basically had a cardiac arrest about a year and a half ago. To be back on a basketball court is absolutely outrageous. Good for them. Good for LeBron. Good for everyone involved. There is a team game, though. Lakers big man Anthony Davis went absolutely nuts as the Lakers beat Minnesota 110 to 103. 36, 16, and 4 was the big man stat line. LeBron has heaped praise on AD.
On the ball, I think the coaching staff and JJ, they do a great job of always putting him in positions where him being a recipient of the offense. And, when AD has it going, it's our job as the ball handlers to continue to feed him, find him. And, but AD did what AD does tonight. I mean, it was 36, 16, 3 blocks, 4 assists, steal, and only 1 turnover with all the usage that he had tonight. It's a big time.
It is big time. AD is big time. If he can stay fit, the Lakers are at it. Great news. So now, if you're a sports fan, you now have no excuse to be unhappy. The NFL is on. The NBA is back. The Premier League is rolling. The Champions League is every day. It's Europa League. It's Conference League. It's Formula One. I mean, are you kidding me? It's a what do they call it? A veritable smorgasbord.
Yeah, it is quite overwhelming, but it's nice to cut through it and just pick your moments, watch your game, watch your sport. We don't have to watch the Europa League. Nobody cares. We don't have to watch the Conference League. Nobody cares. And obviously, Pirates are playing tomorrow night. Who cares? I mean, apart from him, here, who is busy. Oh, is that a big? No. Put that knife away. Put the knife away. Stop it. Okay.
Oh God, that's you gotta love that. You gotta love when people are on top and they'll just keep mushing your face in the mud. You love to hear it. Liverpool on top. We'll talk about that a bit later. Last night was amazing though in the league because the head coach of the Lakers is a brand new coach, JJ Reddick, who used to have a podcast with LeBron, by the way, basically a job interview for what some people are saying. JJ Reddick was also on debut last night as the head coach of the Lakers. Here's what JJ Reddick had to say about the big moment.
Right before the national anthem, I said, "Hey, how you feeling?" He said, "I feel great. I feel clear-minded. How are you feeling?" I said, I feel great. I feel clear-minded. No jitters. Like you feel the juice and the energy from it, but it felt comfortable and natural and all that. Again, I'm very fortunate. I've said this a number of times. I'm very fortunate that I have the staff that I have. And I have the players that I have that I get to coach. I'm very grateful for all of that.
Yeah, big night, smart guy. JJ Reddick, they love him. He loves the game. Former player, Ivy League guy, so really, really smart. Let's hope that works out for LeBron. By the way, if it doesn't work out, LeBron has turned on coaches before, and he will turn on you, JJ Reddick. That is one thing LeBron is not afraid to do, is throw the coaches under the bus. Let's finish off. Let's come back to the Commonwealth. In the series of the moment for me in world cricket, I think the India series hasn't quite gotten going. But cricket finally returns to the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, which I think is an iconic stadium, if only for the name. Ben Stokes, who's the England skipper, is all fired up. And remember that great test in 2022 when England managed to get the win? Well, he'd like to replicate that. It is the final test, and here's what Ben Stokes has said leading into the game.
I'll dangle a carrot because obviously it was a very chaseable score on that wicket. But yeah, we felt like we could, manufacture a few things and create 10 chances, which we managed to do, albeit very late on day 5. But it was a great day, great win. Who knows how it's going to play out this week? But hopefully we can get the result that we want. who knows what's going to happen? It looks a very good wicket at the moment. With some cricket on it, it might change. But look, we've obviously taken a read off the wicket as much as we possibly can, and we feel the longer it goes, the more the spin's going to come into play. And as I said yesterday, that obviously with the square being the way that it is, very lush and green, it's going to be hard to manufacture any reverse swing. So the longer the game goes on, you think the more spin's going to come into it.
All that audio coming from our friends at Sportlocker. Thank you very much to them, giving incredible insight to the global games that are going on. Our question of the day: who is the NBA all-time leading scorer? Who is the NBA's all-time leading scorer as the league gets underway this year? Game on with AGT Foods Natural Superfoods. Our beans and pulses provide the fuel you need to keep moving. Power your passion with every bite. Brought to you by AGT Foods Africa. Good food, good health, good life. Coming up next, we'll get into the football.
Listen live and on demand.
Welcome to Omni Sport.